Hello children, welcome back to my channel. Now in the previous class, I have done chemical equations topic in physics SSA questions. 2 marks questions I am dealing with. Up to 10 I have done what would happen if chemical equation is not balanced. Now 11th sum. See, they have given an equation nitrogen plus oxygen N2 plus O2 in the presence of heat. It gives rise to nitric oxide. NO is called nitric oxide. It's a balanced reaction they have given. What information do you get from the given equation and comment? See, what are you observing, children? Nitrogen on reacting with oxygen gives nitric oxide. This is the first thing that we will talk about what is happening in the chemical reaction. And also it is giving some other information is, see, this reaction is taking place in the presence of heat. Nitrogen and oxygen on absorbing heat, the reaction is taking place. So we call it as it is an endothermic reaction. Endo means inside, thermic means heat. It takes heat inside, means by absorbing heat, the reaction takes place. So it is endothermic reaction. And this is an example of chemical combination. See children, nitrogen and oxygen are reacting to form nitric oxide. This is chemical combination that is taking place. That reaction is chemical combination. And also in this reaction, both reactants and products are in gaseous form. Reactants are in gaseous form as well as products are in gaseous form. This is what the information you are getting with the help of the given equation. G indicates here, children. This G indicates gas. This G indicates gas. This G indicates gas. So both the gases are reacting. You are getting gas only as the solution. Nitrogen plus oxygen are reacting. It gives nitric oxide. Now, the next question. Write the products of reactions, given reactions, if any, means is it possible to get any reaction here? If it is there, you have to write, otherwise you have to give reasons. So first one, FeCl2, ferrous chloride, is reacting with zinc. So what are you getting here? FeCl2, when it is reacting with zinc, here see, zinc is replacing iron and you are getting zinc chloride with the liberation of iron. So in this case, what is happening? Zinc is replacing iron. It is displacing iron. It is removing iron and it is going and sitting in its place. That means why it happens, Chlorine has the tendency to react with iron as well as with zinc. But since the reactivity of zinc is more than iron, zinc is occupying the place of the iron. So zinc chloride and iron is forming. So it is a displacement reaction. Now when zinc chloride is made to react with iron, no change, no reaction takes place. Why? Because reactivity of zinc is more than iron. So zinc is very firmly attached with chlorine. Iron cannot displace it. Hence, iron cannot displace. So with this, 2 more questions added here. 2 marks questions are finished, children. Now we will go to 4 marks questions. Short answers are 4 marks questions. How do you test the nature of the solution formed by dissolving calcium oxide in water? What is the nature of the solution? How will you test and what is the nature? When calcium oxide reacts with water, calcium hydroxide is formed, CaOH twice. CaOH twice. It is called calcium hydroxide. Its nature can be tested by using red litmus paper or pH paper. Red litmus paper will tell us about the condition, which substance it is. Is it an acid or a base? And pH paper also, it will be having different pH scales. So basing on the pH value, you can say whether it is an acid or a base. Red litmus turns into blue. When red litmus is immersed into that solution, it turns into blue color. Our pH paper shows the reading more than 7. This results that calcium hydroxide is basic in nature. More than 7 values, if you have pH for pH, they are basic in nature. And also when red litmus is turning into blue when it is immersed in the solution, that is the indication that the given substance is base. So when the calcium hydroxide reacts with water, calcium hydroxide is formed, and the nature is nothing but basic in nature. Next, observe the following balanced equation and answer the questions given below. So this is the equation given. How many molecules of oxygen are involved in this reaction? See children, it is a balanced reaction. 3 carbons are here, 3 carbons are here. Hydrogens are 8, hydrogens are 4 to the 8, oxygens are 5 to the 10, oxygens are 3 to the 6 plus 4, 10. It's a balanced equation. So in this, how many molecules of oxygen are involved in this reaction? Definitely, we will be saying that 10 because 5 2s are 10. 10 molecules of oxygen are involved in this reaction. Second question, how many moles of propane are required to get 20 moles of water? C3H8 is named as propane, children. How many moles are required to get 20 moles of water? So here you see, in this reaction, 1 mole of propane is giving rise to 4 moles of water. The multiple of 4 will tell you this only. 1 mole, here no coefficient, that means 1. 1 mole of propane, when it is reacted with oxygen, it gives 4 moles of water. And how many moles of propane are required to get 20 moles of water? This is a mathematical equation. So 20 into 1 by 4, that is 4 5s are 20. So the moles of propane, 5 moles of propane are required for this equation to take place. Next question. Balance the following chemical equations. See children, Na plus H2O, sodium plus water, gives rise to sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen. So here in this case, if you see, sodium 1 and 1, of course it got matched. Hydrogens 2 are there, but here 1 and 2, 3 are there. So if you make hydrogen 2, you can get 2 and 2, 4. So that is why here you see, first for water it is multiplied by 2. 2 H2, H4s are there, oxygens will be 2. So here for sodium hydroxide, when its coefficient is taken as a 2, see 2 hydrogens plus 2 hydrogens, 4 hydrogens, 2 oxygens. So hydrogens and oxygens are balanced. But when we talk about sodium, here 2 sodiums are there. So to balance this sodium, 2 is taken here. So this is how the balancing of sodium hydroxide formation can be taken place. And second one, K2CO3, that is potassium carbonate, reacts with hydrochloric acid, gives potassium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. So here you see K2 here, K1. So to make it 2, you have to take multiple of 2. See here 1, here 1. Oxygens are 3, oxygens are 2 and 1, 3. Hydrogen 1, but hydrogens are 2 here. Since hydrogens are 2, make it 2 here. When you make it 2, chlorines are also will be 2. So for that, potassium also should be made into 2. Already we have made it here. So to balance potassium, we took 2 here. While doing so, chlorine also is becoming 2. So to make a chlorine 2, hydrogen chloride 2 is taken here. When a 2 is taken here, 2 hydrogens here, 2 hydrogens here, 2 chlorines, 2 chlorines, 2 potassium, 2 potassium, 1 carbon, 1 carbon, 3 oxygens. So 1, 2, 3 oxygens. So it is balanced equation. Fourth question, Predict what happens if in the field of domestic use of metals if alloys were not discovered. See, you know about alloy, combination of different metals. You will get an alloy. Alloy definitely change the texturity of the metal. So, what happens if alloys are not there? See, if alloys were not discovered, more precautions should be taken to prevent corrosion. The metals become corroded, they get corroded very soon. So, it has to be taken care a lot. More precautions should be taken care to prevent corrosion. More possibility will be there for rusting. So if you don't take precaution for corrosion, rusting will take place. Desirable qualities like hardness, lightness and strength will not be obtained for metals. See, metal should be very hard. And also at the same time it should not be very heavy to carry, and at the same time it should have a lot of strength. So hardness, lightness, strength, these are good metal characters. These characters will be obtained only when it is added or when it is converted into alloy. If alloy formation is not there, this possibility will not be there. Then durability of utensils decrease. See, if you are using alloy, the durability will be more. It will be decreased here. More fuel might be needed for cooking. When these vessels are kept up on the stove, more fuel is needed to cook it. Next, write the products of the given reaction. This already I have explained, children, here for 1 mark. Same thing is repeated, the same thing is given here, so it's a repetition, we need not take, children. Next, Mohan was working in a factory. He purchased a new cycle but kept it in open even after duty hours. After 2 months, he found that the cycle chain and even the handles got rusted. His friend advised him to apply coating of rust-proof paints to the cycle and not to keep it in the open future. In future, why was the cycle rusted? First question. And how did the advice of the friend help Mohan? See, first one, why was the cycle rusted? The cycle got rusted as it was exposed to moisture and air. See, children, the quality of iron, usually iron is so hard, you cannot break it. A lot of procedure should be followed to cut it. But when you expose that same iron to the water and also to the air, that is called moisturous air, then immediately the rust formation takes place. As the rust formation is taking place, within very few hours or few days span of time, the iron gets rusted and it gets broken. That hardness of the metal completely goes away because of rusting. So here the cycle is kept in the moisture air. So what happens? Cycle is made up of iron only. So when it is exposed to moisture air, the parts where the paint has gone, from there the rusting starts to forming. Okay. The advice of the friend to coat the cycle with rust-free paint and keeping it in shed protected the cycle from the moisture air. So friend, what did he advise? First he said to paint the cycle. Of course, when he paints the cycle, whatever the little part that is exposed to the air and moisture, that will be closed. So rust will not be formed. And the second thing, it should be kept in the shed so that it will not come in contact with the moisturous air and water. That is how it gets secured. The cycle will not be rusted at all. Now, seventh question, calcium carbonate decomposes into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium carbonate is solid, calcium oxide is solid, carbon dioxide is gas. This reaction takes place in the presence of sunlight. Similarly, silver bromide AgCbr in the presence of sunlight, it gets converted into silver and bromine. So mention the types of reactions to which the above equations belong. Also mention which part of them is a photochemical reaction. Both the given reactions are chemical decomposition reactions. They got decomposed. The reaction 2 is considered as photochemical reaction as it takes place in the presence of sunlight. So calcium carbonate just it gets decomposed into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, children. But in the presence of sunlight, silver bromide is separated. So it is taking place with the help of a photo, that is sunlight energy. So the reaction is between the chemicals. So it is photochemical reaction. Write the chemical equation for the reaction between zinc and dilute hydrochloric acid and balance the equation. Zinc, when it is reacted with hydrochloric acid, it gives rise to zinc chloride and water. This is an unbalanced reaction. So how will you balance the reaction? Zinc 1 and 1, okay. Chlorine 2 here, so to equalize chlorine here, here we have to keep 2. Now hydrogens 2 are here, hydrogens 2 are there. It's completely balanced equation. Ninth question. Write the chemical equation of the reaction when hydrogen reacts with oxygen and forms water. Balance the equation. See, hydrogen is reacting with the oxygen to form water. It's an unbalanced reaction. So when you balance it, here hydrogen 2, here hydrogen 2, okay. But oxygen 2 here, oxygen 1 here. So you have to multiply it by 2. When you are taking 2 as coefficient here, hydrogen is becoming 4. So you have to take 2 more, 2 here, 2 to are 4 here, 2 to are 4 here. 2 oxygens, 2 oxygens. So it is a balanced reaction. So I hope I am clear, children. With this, all 4 marks questions are completed. We are going to go for the essay type in the next class.